I'm going to give you a warning right now. The next 5,000 words are not designed to make you feel comfortable. They are designed to make you powerful. Because for too long, you've been living a lie. The most dangerous lie ever sold to a man. Be nice, and the world will reward you. That is the blueprint for a life of resentment, frustration, and eventual ruin. You think you're a good man, a kind man. You hold the door, you pay for everything, you listen patiently, you never cause trouble. But the truth is, you're not kind, you're cowardly. You're not generous, you're manipulative, and you're not a good guy. You are a nice guy. The nice guy is not a compliment, it is a diagnosis. It is the man who trades his integrity for approval. The man whose life is dictated by a silent, invisible transaction, a covert contract. The contract states, if I am good enough, compliant enough, helpful enough, and never rock the boat, then you, society, my boss, my friends, the woman I want, will give me the love, sex, status, and respect I deserve. And here's the brutal reality you must face. That contract will never be honored. It's time to stop chasing approval and start demanding respect. It's time to kill the nice guy within you. This isn't about becoming a jerk. This is about becoming a man of integrity. This is the blueprint for unlearning the weakness that has been meticulously programmed into you. To kill the nice guy, you must understand where he was born. The nice guy is not a personality. He is a defense mechanism. He is a child frozen in time, terrified of negative emotion. Root 1. The wound of invalidation. Most nice guys were raised in environments where showing true emotions, especially anger, sadness, or need, was met with rejection or punishment. If you were authentic, you were abandoned. The young boy quickly learned, to be loved, I must hide who I truly am. This leads to the codependency cycle. The nice guy becomes hyper-focused on managing the feelings of others. He becomes a master emotional detective, constantly scanning the room, asking, is she happy? Is my boss annoyed? Are they judging me? His entire sense of self-worth is external. He is a mirror, reflecting back what he thinks others want to see. This is why he cannot tolerate confrontation. Confrontation threatens the very approval he uses to define himself. Root 2. The terror of setting boundaries. The nice guy cannot say no. Saying no risks upsetting someone, and upsetting someone means they might withdraw approval. So he agrees to everything, overloading his schedule, doing favors he resents, and never speaking his truth. He doesn't realize that a yes delivered through resentment is 1,000 times more damaging than an honest no. People don't respect the man who constantly says yes because they sense the lack of boundary, the lack of self-respect. You become a doormat, and doormats are only stepped on. The nice guy's greatest fear is not failure. It is abandonment, and he will sacrifice his success, his happiness, and his integrity to avoid it.
This is the part that breaks the nice guy's heart. He believes that, because he is nice, he is entitled to the woman's affection. When he is put in the friend zone, his covert contract is broken, and he reacts with bitterness, confusion, or hostility. The cruelty of the friend zone lie. The nice guy believes he has earned a romantic outcome by performing kind deeds. He sees himself as the victim because he doesn't understand the fundamental rule of attraction. Attraction is not a reward for good behavior. It is a response to polarity. Lack of polarity. The nice guy is terrified of showing his masculine edge, his decisiveness, his controlled aggression, his capacity for confrontation. He seeks to be a safe, comfortable companion, not a powerful partner. Attraction thrives on the tension between masculine and feminine energy, polarity. By being hyper-agreeable and non-confrontational, he becomes a neutral entity, a friend. Lack of congruence, integrity. A woman, and anyone else for that matter, can sense when a man's words, actions, and true intentions do not align. The nice guy offers kindness, but his hidden intention is to get something back. Sex, a relationship, approval. This misalignment is a huge emotional red flag. You are lying with your kindness. Women are not rejecting your kindness, they are rejecting your dishonesty.
The nice guy weakness isn't confined to dating. It poisons every well of his life, especially his career and social standing. The negotiation trap. A nice guy can't negotiate. He can't demand the salary he deserves, he can't set firm deadlines, and he can't push back on an unreasonable client or boss. He is paralyzed by the fear of, what if they think I'm difficult? What if they don't like me? Case study: the overworked employee. The nice guy, Mark, a graphic designer, was consistently overloaded with extra projects from his boss because he was the only one who never complained. He took on weekend work, accepted below-market pay raises, and never challenged deadlines. Internally, he was seething with stress and resentment. The outcome: when a major opportunity for a leadership role opened up, his boss passed him over, saying, "Mark is a great worker, but he doesn't have the executive presence or decisiveness we need for management." Mark's agreeableness was interpreted as a lack of ambition and backbone, trapping him in a loop of low status. The social doormat. In his social circles, the nice guy is the one who always drives, always pays the extra money, never gets a say in the plans, and is the butt of jokes he laughs along with, bitterly. His fear of confrontation prevents him from establishing boundaries, and thus he teaches others how to disrespect him. Remember this: you train people how to treat you. If you train them with weakness, they will treat you with contempt.
This is the central pillar of your transformation. You must identify and incinerate the 7 toxic beliefs you've held on to. Lie 1. Conflict is always bad. The truth: conflict is the currency of strength. It is the necessary process of clarifying boundaries, negotiating value, and showing people where you stand. A man who avoids all conflict is not peaceful, he is fearful. Healthy conflict deepens relationships and earns respect. Case study: the relationship ruin. The lie: if I just keep quiet about the problem, the relationship will be peaceful. Tom, the nice guy, allowed his partner to consistently dismiss his needs. He never voiced dissatisfaction because he feared a fight would end the relationship. The reality: the partner, sensing his lack of backbone, lost all respect and attraction. The relationship ended anyway, but Tom left having never been truly known or respected. Lie 2. My needs are secondary to others' comfort. The truth: your needs are your responsibility. If you do not prioritize your own needs, no one else will. When you constantly put others first, you build resentment, not love. A man who respects himself, respects his own time, energy, and resources first, is the only man others can truly respect. Case study: the burnout boss. The lie: I must attend every call, answer every text immediately, and always be available to prove my worth. The nice guy CEO of a small startup was constantly exhausted, answering emails at 2 a.m. and taking clients others avoided. His team saw him as disorganized and desperate, not dedicated. They abused his availability and his health collapsed, costing him millions in lost business due to chronic fatigue. Lie 3. To be loved, I must be helpful and fix people's problems. The truth, the fixation on fixing is a form of control. When you jump to solve problems, you deny the other person the dignity of solving it themselves. This habit is rooted in the belief that your worth is tied to your usefulness. Stop being a utility. Start being an observer. Offer support, not solutions, unless asked. Case study: the enabling father. The lie. My son needs my financial help to survive. A good father always provides. The nice guy father bailed his adult son out of debt multiple times, solving all his money problems. The reality, the son developed no personal responsibility or financial literacy, becoming dependent and disrespectful. The father's attempt to buy love created a cycle of parasitic behavior. Lie 4. Being liked is more important than being respected. The truth, liking is temporary. Respect is currency. Liking is based on comfort and convenience. Respect is based on competence, boundary enforcement, and integrity. You can be feared, you can be loved, but the worst fate is to be ignored. A respected man commands attention. A liked man is easily discarded. Case study: the popular politician. The lie. If I tell every voter what they want to hear, I'll win and be popular. The politician promised lower taxes, more spending, and never took a firm stand on controversial issues. The reality, he was easily liked, but seen as a coward and a flip-flopper. When a genuine crisis hit, the public turned to the candidate who had proven he could take a hard, unpopular stand, the one they respected, not the one they liked.
Lie 5. Vulnerability means showing your weakness and crying. The truth. Vulnerability is the courage to speak your truth regardless of the outcome. True vulnerability is saying, I disagree with that decision, or this is my boundary, or I want you. It is high-stakes authenticity, not emotional leakage. Showing weakness to elicit sympathy is manipulation. Speaking truth under pressure is strength. Case study: the friend seeker. The lie. If I share all my fears and financial woes, people will trust me and offer support. The nice guy constantly overshared his personal failures and anxieties with new friends. The reality, instead of bonding, people backed away. His intense neediness was perceived as low status and emotional baggage, not genuine connection. Lie 6. It's rude to brag or call attention to your achievements. The truth. If you don't strategically communicate your value, the world will undervalue you. This is not about arrogant bragging. It is about strategic self-promotion. You must be your own advocate. The man who stays silent about his achievements is relying on others to magically notice his worth. That's laziness disguised as humility. Case study: the undervalued entrepreneur. The lie. My work should speak for itself. I'm too humble to talk about it. The entrepreneur created an innovative product but failed to promote his own success stories or confidently charge premium prices. The reality: competitors with inferior products but louder, more confident voices easily overshadowed him. He lost market share not because of product quality, but because of his own strategic silence. Lie 7. The goal is to avoid making mistakes. The truth.
Mistakes are the cost of growth. Paralysis is the cost of fear. The nice guy is a perfectionist because failure would expose him to criticism, thus risking the loss of approval. This paralyzes him, keeping him small and safe. A high-value man makes mistakes, owns them instantly, adjusts, and moves forward. His worth is in his resilience, not his perfection. Case study: the stagnant creative. The lie: I can't launch my first project until it's 100% perfect. The nice guy spent 5 years secretly working on a film script, tweaking every detail, too afraid to show anyone. The reality: he was eventually passed by several younger, less talented but more action-oriented filmmakers who launched imperfect projects, failed fast, and gained experience. His quest for perfection resulted in zero output.
The transformation from nice guy to assertive man is built on 3 unbreakable pillars. Pillar 1, the no muscle. Boundary setting. Exercise. Practice saying no to small, insignificant requests. A coworker asking for a favor you resent. A friend suggesting a dinner spot you hate. Say no immediately, without apology or over-explanation. Rule: when you say no, do not give a detailed justification. Justification weakens the boundary. I appreciate the offer, but I can't. That's it. The shock test. When you enforce a boundary, expect pushback. People who are used to manipulating the nice guy will react with anger, sadness, or guilt tripping. This is a test. If you hold the boundary firm, you pass, and you gain their respect. If you fold, you confirm your weakness. Pillar 2, emotional resilience. The nice guy collapses under negative emotion. The assertive man processes it. Process, don't suppress. When you feel the fear of confrontation, the resentment from a slight, or the shame of a rejection, don't suppress it with agreement. Acknowledge it. I feel slighted, angry, or fearful. Then ask yourself, what is the action step this feeling demands? Fear demands preparation. Anger demands a clear boundary. Shame demands authenticity. Own your choices. Stop using external factors to excuse your decisions. If you choose to do a favor, say, I am choosing to do this because I value you, not I have to do this because I'm a good person. Own your agency. Pillar 3, congruence. Alignment of thought, word, and deed. This is the ultimate measure of a high-value man. He does what he says he will do. He means what he says. Stop explaining, start doing. The nice guy explains his dreams, his plans, and his intentions endlessly. The assertive man simply executes and lets the results speak for themselves. Silence your intentions, amplify your actions. Align your voice. Make your tone and body language match your words. If you are angry, let your voice convey controlled anger, not passive-aggressive sweetness. If you are firm, stand firm. You must be unified.
You have just completed the mental demolition of the nice guy blueprint. You've learned that kindness without a backbone is simply weakness, and that the world punishes weakness. You've learned that attraction and respect are earned through integrity and the courage to be authentic, not through endless compliance. This transformation will be uncomfortable. People who benefited from your old weakness will abandon you. You will face conflict. You will be disliked. This is how you know you are growing. The fear you feel when you set a boundary, the hesitation when you ask for what you deserve, that is the nice guy trying to regain control. You must override him with action.
The goal is not to become cruel. The goal is to become calibrated. To be a man who can be generous, but whose generosity is a choice, not a desperate plea for validation. To be a man who is kind, but whose kindness is backed by the silent, absolute threat of strength. The man you were is dead. The new rule is simple. Stop asking, what do I have to do to make them like me? And start asking, what do I have to do to make me respect myself? Now go build a life you respect.